be on some other shit. It's kinda bittersweet that I fell in love with it. I always thought that if I always cared about how I dress, that folks would think I'm arrogant and chicks would lose interest. But as it turns out, people start to notice you more. You turn heads when you step and foot in them sneaker stores. Like where you get them, can I get them? What's the biggest size left? And chicks that never would have seen you.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's Big Ralph TV and I'm back with another video. So I had an individual in a previous video. He asked me if I had any advice on or tips on how to pack your shoes and everything for a PCS for military members. All right. So I said I'll make a video about it because I do have some experience with packing all these shoes up and getting them from place to place on previous PCSs. I've had to move my entire sneaker collection 3 different times. Once from Tinker Air Force Base overseas to Spain, then from Spain back to Shepherd Air Force Base, and then when I left Shepherd to come to my current location. So I do have a little experience, but I can show you exactly what I did. All right. I will say first things first, this right here helps a lot. Like having them already in these sneaker containers, that helps a lot because it's kind of organized. And when for the last move, when they came in and they saw all these, they just kind of labeled them. All right. Like, okay, this was on this wall and these are Nikes. So they labeled each, they came in with sticky notes. Nike, 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 Nike for like 2 boxes worth, big boxes, right? Like the 5 foot tall boxes. Nike, 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 Nike. LeBron, LeBron, LeBron. Even though LeBron are Nikes, they marked them that way. LeBron, LeBron, LeBron. Jordan, 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 Jordan. Adidas, 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 Adidas. Reebok, Puma. Even though like I don't have a lot of those two separately, they put those on like one. So on this sticky note, Reebok, Puma, etc., so that they'd be combined in one box. They labeled each section. So then when I came in to the boxes, they also put those titles that were on the sticky notes on the outside of the box, which I don't like that as much, because what that does is it shows the packers these are sneakers. I don't like that as much. All right, they're not supposed to put that on there. So I went out and I kind of scratched that. Make sure that if you are PCSing and they write on your boxes what the shoe is or what's in the box, scratch that out and put like, they can put shoes or wardrobe or something, but don't put the very specific, like these are Jordans, these are Nike. Don't put that on the box. Make sure they do not put those things on the box because that draws attention to the box. All right. But let me show you also what I did. All right. So check it out. This right here is the Google Photos app. And I can show you from here what I did for my moves. All right. You might be able to see it right here. This is another thing that I found really helpful, especially when I left from the stateside to overseas assignment. What I did, let me close that, people messaging me. Let me go here. Here's the albums. You see sneaker collection. All right. And what I did, as you can see the dates, this is when I was moving. So sneaker collection. And I added all my shoes at the time in there. All right. Let me see if I can flip it around. But boom. You go up like this. And I inventoried every single pair of shoes that I had at the time. And I took a picture of every single thing in the box. And that way, as they were unpacking the boxes, I'm looking at my inventory. Okay, These Jordan 14s are here. Boom, got them. LeBrons are here. Got them. KDs, you know, Jordan, what are these? 30s. All these shoes, foams, Kobe's, Jordans, all these shoes, I can go through my inventory and I'm just checking them off. And say, for whatever reason, if I'm scrolling and I'm looking through the boxes and I'm like, oh, hey, these grapes, I didn't see these grapes. Where the grapes at? Then I can say, hey, I didn't get these, and I can report them. All right. And if it comes up that something is missing that you have proof of, hey, I ordered these, I had these shoes, and they didn't make the trip. You go on to whatever site, GOAT, StockX, eBay, whatever site, and you pull up how much that shoe is worth. All right. And say these grapes, grape eights, they were worth $250 at the time. You file a claim for that amount of money, and that's how much they're going to give you. They're going to look it up, and they're going to give you that amount of money. All right? So this really helped a lot. Luckily, I didn't have to do that on that trip. Everything came going overseas. Everything came back when I came back stateside. And then also, when I moved to my current location, everything came. I think there was a box that they said was missing when I first got here. So for the most part, the majority of the shoes were here. So I think I did have to claim like a missing box, but I can't remember what shoes were missing. I don't think it was too many high volume or high value pair of shoes. I think it was like some of my workout shoes might not have made it. So, but I still filed the claim for them. I got reimbursed on the move. So yeah, that's the main thing that you should do when you are preparing for a PCS and you want to make sure that you got all your sneakers. Just inventory them, man. For me, on the last move, the most recent move, I kind of used my YouTube. Like I filmed a video for every pair of shoes that I have in here, so I could reference that. Like, okay, this is in here, this shoe is in here. If it came down to that, I did a video on that shoe. It's not here. Where is that shoe? And then I would go through the boxes based off of their labels, and I would look for them. And then, like I said previously, take a picture of every single pair, even if it's your beat up PT shoes, even if it's your work boots, even if it's your boots. Take a picture of every single thing, including your low quarters for your blues. Take a picture of all of that, because in the event that it comes up missing, especially say you got to get there and you need to wear your blues and your stuff comes and it's not there. Now you don't have the shoes. You're going to have to rush out and go get them for no reason of your own. Inventory that. Take a picture of those shoes. Take a picture of your boots. Take a picture of your PT shoes. Take a picture of every single thing and store it in a folder on your phone or on your computer or something like that, so that when you are going through these inventories, it's easier on your phone because you're probably going to be walking around with the movers and packers and everything. You're going to be walking around with them. So it's easier to have it on your phone so you can look, okay, boom, here's that, boom, 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 and then you're good to go. But my number one recommendation, inventory everything. Take a picture of everything that you got, because if you got proof of it, and when you save these pictures, it saves with a date. So as of today's January 29th, say I'm about to move. January 29th, I had this shoe, I had this shoe, and you're taking a picture of them in order. Here is some Kobe's. Here's a row of Kobe's, right? All these Kobe's right here. On January 29th, these Kobe's were in my possession, and I packed them up. But when I got to my new destination, these weren't there. You got to pay me for these Kobe's. You got to pay me for that. That's the biggest recommendation that I can give any military sneakerhead. Hell, even if you're like a gamer, inventory all your games, all your equipment. And then if something goes wrong, if the worst case scenario happens, when you go to file your claim, you got the proof. All right. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. I truly appreciate it. More content is on the way. And I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace.